Have you ever wondered what sacred geometry is? It's a term that has been around for centuries, but what does it really mean? Sacred geometry is a concept that refers to geometric patterns, shapes, and ratios that are considered sacred because of their deep spiritual and symbolic meanings. Dating back to ancient times, sacred geometry was used to design spiritual monuments and sacred spaces. From the Great Pyramids of Egypt to the intricate patterns in Islamic architecture, to the perfect spirals in nautilus shells, these divine patterns are found everywhere in our world. It's as if these shapes and patterns are a hidden language, a code, if you will, written by the universe itself. But sacred geometry isn't just about beautiful patterns and designs. Many cultures, from the ancient Greeks to the Hindus, believed these geometric patterns held the secrets to the universe and life itself. They saw these patterns as divine blueprints. The ancient Greeks, for instance, believed that the perfect shapes, the circle and the square, were the physical manifestations of divinity. In spirituality, sacred geometry is thought to hold powerful energy that can lead to greater self-awareness and a deeper understanding of the cosmos. It's seen as a pathway to understanding how the universe works and how we fit within it. In architecture, sacred geometry is used to create spaces that resonate with universal harmony. You've probably seen this in the form of mandalas, labyrinth designs, and even in modern architecture. These designs are not just aesthetically pleasing, but they're also believed to enhance spiritual, mental, and physical well-being. But remember, sacred geometry isn't a belief system. It's a way of understanding the complex patterns and relationships in the world around us. It's a lens through which we can view and appreciate the interconnectedness of all things. So, sacred geometry is more than just beautiful shapes. It's a language of the universe. It's a fascinating field that straddles the line between science and spirituality, between the physical world and the metaphysical one. And as we delve deeper into this topic, you'll discover just how profound and powerful these seemingly simple shapes can be. Now you might ask, what are these divine patterns like? Well, let's dive right in. Sacred geometry is composed of several key figures and forms, each with its own unique significance and symbolism. First up is the seed of life, a structure of 7 circles forming a pattern of overlapping circles. It's believed to represent the 7 days of creation, and is often seen as a symbol of blessing and protection. This pattern can be seen in the very fabric of life itself, from the microscopic to the astronomical scale. Next, we have the flower of life, an expansion of the seed, consisting of 19 complete circles and 36 partial circular arcs, all enclosed by a large circle. This beautiful pattern is believed to contain the blueprint of the universe, encoding the laws of the cosmos and the very essence of existence. You can spot this pattern in architecture around the world, from ancient temples to modern designs, a testament to its universal significance. Finally, we reach Metatron's cube, a 3-dimensional figure derived from the flower of life. Named after the archangel Metatron, it's believed to contain every shape that exists within the universe. These shapes are the building blocks of all physical matter, found in everything from crystals to human DNA. These forms are not just aesthetically pleasing, they represent the fundamental patterns and shapes found in nature and the universe. From the spirals of galaxies to the structure of snowflakes and the symmetry in flowers, these patterns exhibit the interconnectedness of all life. Moreover, these shapes have been used in architecture and art since time immemorial, from the pyramids of Egypt to the intricate mosaics of Islamic art, reflecting the universal appeal and significance of these figures. But these shapes are not merely mathematical or artistic constructs. Many believe that they hold a deeper spiritual meaning. They are seen as a visual expression of the connections life weaves through all sentient beings, a testament to the cosmic and terrestrial harmony that pervades our existence. These shapes are not just random, but are believed to hold a deeper spiritual meaning. But how does sacred geometry relate to spirituality, you might ask? This is where things get truly fascinating. Sacred geometry is more than just the language of the universe. It's also the language of spirituality. It's the visual language that the spiritual realm uses to communicate with us, the physical beings. It bridges the gap between the physical and the spiritual, the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown. In spiritual practices, the geometric shapes and patterns found in sacred geometry are used as tools to enhance spiritual growth and consciousness. These shapes and patterns serve as a roadmap, guiding us on our spiritual journey. They are the compass that leads us to the divine, the universal truth, and the higher consciousness. Let's take meditation, for example. The act of meditating itself is a journey inward, into the depths of our consciousness. By incorporating sacred geometry into meditation, we give our journey a direction. We use the geometric shapes as a guide, helping us navigate through the labyrinth of our consciousness. In yoga, the postures and movements are designed with sacred geometry in mind. The human body, when posed in a certain way, forms geometric shapes that align with the patterns of the universe. This alignment allows the energy to flow freely through the body, enhancing the spiritual experience. And it doesn't stop there. Sacred geometry is also used in other spiritual rituals, such as crystal healing, chakra balancing, and even in the construction of sacred spaces like temples and churches. The shapes are believed to create a harmonious resonance, which boosts the effectiveness of these rituals. Think of sacred geometry as a key. This key doesn't open a physical door, but a spiritual one. It unlocks the door to a higher dimension, where we can access our spiritual self and connect with the divine. So you see, sacred geometry is not just a concept, but a practice. It's not just a philosophy, but a way of life. It's not just a science, but a spirituality. Sacred geometry, then, serves as a tool for spiritual growth and understanding. It's a bridge that connects us to the spiritual realm, and a language that allows us to communicate with it. Is there any scientific basis to sacred geometry? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. Sacred geometry is not just a mystical concept, but it's also deeply rooted in the fabric of our physical reality. Let's delve into the world of science, where sacred geometry also holds an esteemed place. The patterns and shapes that we associate with sacred geometry can be found everywhere in the natural world. From the spirals of galaxies to the petals of flowers, the hexagonal cells of a honeycomb to the intricate structure of a snowflake, sacred geometry is woven into the very fabric of life as we know it. Mathematicians and scientists have long studied these patterns and proportions. The Greek mathematician Pythagoras, for instance, was fascinated by the harmony and proportion found in sacred geometry, seeing mathematics as the key to understanding the universe. In the world of physics, sacred geometry is also integral to the study of quantum mechanics. The Platonic solids, for example, are closely related to the structure of the universe at its most fundamental level. These geometric forms are found in the atomic structure of crystals and the arrangement of molecules. Even in the realm of biology, sacred geometry is present. The Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones, is a pattern that manifests in the growth patterns of many plants and animals. This sequence is a prime example of how sacred geometry is not just an abstract concept, but a tangible, observable phenomenon. In the field of architecture, architects and designers use sacred geometry to create structures that are both aesthetically pleasing and structurally sound. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, used the principles of sacred geometry in the construction of the pyramids, a testament to their understanding of its scientific value. While sacred geometry holds spiritual significance, it's also grounded in science. It's a beautiful bridge between the physical and the metaphysical, the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown. And that's what makes it such a fascinating field of study. So the next time you see a spiral, a honeycomb, or a snowflake, remember, you're looking at sacred geometry in action. So, are the benefits of understanding sacred geometry real? This question is as intriguing as the concept itself. The answer, like the patterns of sacred geometry, unfolds in intricate layers, revealing a myriad of benefits that can truly enrich our lives. Understanding sacred geometry is akin to learning a new language, the language of the universe. This language doesn't use words, but rather patterns and proportions, ratios and relationships. When we begin to understand this language, we start to see the world in a different light. We uncover the hidden symmetries in nature, and we start to appreciate the beauty of the universe on a deeper level. This newfound appreciation for the universe can open the door to enhanced creativity. From the spirals of galaxies to the hexagonal cells of a honeycomb, the patterns of sacred geometry are a source of infinite inspiration. Artists, architects, and designers have been tapping into this wellspring of creativity for centuries, creating works that resonate with the natural world in a profound way. But the benefits of understanding sacred geometry extend beyond the realm of the aesthetic. They reach into the spiritual, offering a pathway to mindfulness and spiritual growth. By recognizing the interconnectedness of all things through sacred geometry, we can cultivate a sense of oneness with the universe. This realization can foster a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment as we come to understand that we are part of a grand design, a cosmic symphony of shapes and patterns. Moreover, sacred geometry can stimulate our intellectual curiosity. It's like a cosmic puzzle waiting to be solved, a mystery to be unraveled. This can lead to a lifetime of learning and discovery, keeping our minds active and engaged. So yes, the benefits of understanding sacred geometry are indeed real. They are as real as the patterns that adorn the petals of a flower, as the spirals that swirl in a seashell. Understanding sacred geometry, therefore, can bring about a profound shift in how we view ourselves and the universe. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Sacred geometry, a universal language, connects us to the cosmos and is deeply intertwined in our spirituality and science. It's not just about pretty patterns, it's about understanding the underlying principles that shape our universe. Embracing it can offer profound insights and benefits, potentially transforming the way we perceive our world. Next time you see a beautiful pattern, remember, it might just be the universe speaking to you through sacred geometry. If you learned something like this video, share it and subscribe. Thank you for watching.